NASCAR Dover recap. Alex Bowman, Kyle Larson, and Chase Elliott shine in chaotic rain-delayed race. In the unpredictable world of NASCAR, the recent race at Dover Motor Speedway was no exception, showcasing a dramatic blend of skill, strategy, and Mother Nature's whims. Despite the challenges posed by a mix of extreme heat and sudden rain showers, Hendrick Motorsports demonstrated resilience and tactical prowess, securing impressive positions for its drivers. Alex Bowman, Kyle Larson, and Chase Elliott, three of the team's top competitors, navigated through the tumultuous conditions to finish in the top six. This race was particularly notable for Chase Elliott's number 9 Napa Auto Parts Chevrolet, which dominated much of the day by leading a whopping 238 laps and clinching the first stage. Elliott seemed poised to regain the lead in the third stage after a series of green flag pit stops. However, a sudden rain shower shifted the dynamics, prompting a caution flag that led Elliott to pit for 2 new tires, ultimately positioning him third. As the race neared its climax, the drivers faced a critical decision under yet another pause due to rain with only 14 laps left, whether to pit or not. The top 8, including Larson and Elliott, chose to stay out, setting the stage for a fierce chase upon the restart. The restarts themselves were fraught with incidents, including a spin by Christopher Bell and a crash involving William Byron, which dramatically affected the race's outcome. Amidst these restarts, cars with fresh tires, like Chase Briscoe's, made significant advances, with Briscoe finishing an impressive second behind Denny Hamlin, the race winner. Despite the setbacks, the Hendrick Motorsports team's strategy paid off, accumulating valuable points across both race stages. Elliott's early lead, supported by strong performances from his teammates, highlighted the team's strategic depth and the critical importance of timing and decision-making in racing. But here's where it gets controversial. Could different strategic choices during the final cautions have changed the outcome? And this is the part most people miss. The interplay between weather strategy and track position can often be as pivotal as the speed of the cars themselves. What do you think? Could a different decision have led to a different winner? Let's discuss in the comments below. NASCAR Dover race, weather delays and missing drivers. In a dramatic twist at Dover Motor Speedway, NASCAR officials faced an unexpected hurdle after a weather delay. Star driver Kyle Larson was nowhere to be found during the critical restart call. Imagine the scene. Crews had just dried the track. Drivers were summoned to their cars at 6:20 p.m. Eastern Time, but Larson's absence sparked a frantic search. Motorsport journalist Chris Knight pinpointed the chaos with a blunt tweet: "NASCAR looking for Kyle Larson." And here's what many fans overlook: Larson wasn't alone. Christopher Bell and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. also lagged behind, though Larson's disappearance dominated concerns. Just 5 minutes later, Knight delivered the update NASCAR fans craved: the 5 has arrived. Crisis averted, right? But controversy simmers beneath the surface. Should elite drivers face penalties for unreadiness during high-stakes restarts? Share your take below. The red flag initially flew with just 13 laps remaining, halting Denny Hamlin's charge toward what could be his season-leading 4th win. Rain forced NASCAR's hand, triggering a safety pause while our Titans and track-drying teams scrambled into action. At the stoppage, Hamlin led Joe Gibbs' racing teammate Christopher Bell and pole sitter Chase Elliott, with Larson and Alex Bowman completing the top 5. Now for the plot twist. Had Hamlin held his lead, he'd have matched his 2024 Dover victory, yet the real drama centered on the playoff bubble. Bubba Wallace, clinging to 12th place, desperately needed a strong finish to secure his post-season hopes. His pre-race admission to Bay News said it all: "We haven't had the best stretch, but we're still in the fight." As the race resumed without further delays, the spotlight intensified on Wallace's do-or-die battle for playoff positioning. Think about it. In a sport where seconds decide fates, can a driver rebound from mid-season slumps when every lap counts? Weigh in. Does Wallace's resilience inspire you, or does his inconsistency justify the doubters? Chase Elliott's brutal overtime blunder at Dover. Missed win and points lead drama. Chase Elliott's stellar performance at Dover ends in near victory, clinches points lead, catch fence. Imagine the thrill of a race where every turn could change the game. That's exactly what happened at the Echo Park Automotive 400 in Dover, Delaware, where Chase Elliott showcased an awe-inspiring performance. Though he didn't clinch his second NASCAR Cup Series win this season, he exited the Monster Mile as the new frontrunner in the championship points race. Driving for Hendrick Motorsports, Elliott commanded the track, leading an impressive 238 laps. Yet, despite his relentless drive, a mix of unforeseen events and strategic decisions resulted in a sixth-place finish in overtime. Elliott dominated Stage 1, but a pit road mishap under green flag conditions, where the jack unexpectedly fell off his car, cost him for crucial positions. But here's where it gets controversial. Despite this setback, Elliott bounced back to secure fourth place in Stage 2. His number 9 Hendrick Motorsports pit crew deserves applause for their swift response under the yellow flag, propelling Elliott back to the front row. At the onset of Stage 3, Elliott narrowly avoided a collision with Christopher Bell, who spun out while vying for the lead. Following the race's fourth caution, Elliott regained the lead until green flag pit stops began on lap 325. The Dawsonville, Georgia native made a routine pit stop and was working his way back into the top 5 when a weather-related caution emerged on lap 337. During a brief delay due to a passing shower, most drivers, including Elliott, returned to pit road. Crew chief Alan Gustafson made a bold move, opting for a two-tire strategy that positioned Elliott third for the restart. He adept defended against Austin Dillon and began to close in on Denny Hamlin and Bell, eyeing a potential win. Elliott got a much-needed break on lap 384 when Ross Chastain's crash brought out a caution, eliminating a nearly 2-second gap to the leaders. However, heavier rain ensued, leading to a nearly hour-long red flag as NASCAR worked to dry the 1.0-mile concrete oval. When racing resumed with 13 laps left, Elliott restarted in third but couldn't outpace the relentless Kyle Larson. Just 2 laps later, Bell spun again in a bid for the lead, moving Elliott back to third for another restart. On the next green flag, the 2020 NASCAR Cup Series champion didn't get the desired launch, slipping from third to 7th before another yellow flag for a multi-car incident involving Todd Gilliland and Ryan Preece. Elliott had a stronger restart from the bottom lane but ultimately ran out of time and grip, managing to reclaim only one of the lost positions and settling for 6th place. Despite missing the win, Elliott's performance marked his 12th top 10 finish of the season and, crucially, propelled him past teammate William Byron to the top of the Cup Series standings with 5 races left in the regular season. Remarkably, Elliott has yet to finish outside the top 20 in 2025. He now heads to the prestigious Brickyard 400 at Indianapolis Motor Speedway with a 16-point lead over Byron and a 38-point edge over fellow Hendrick Motorsports driver Kyle Larson in third. Elliott will make his 8th appearance at the iconic 2.5-mile Indianapolis Motor Speedway, aiming to better his 10th place finish from the 2024 race, where he started third. Follow Chris Knight on X, Twitter, @Knighter01 or email at emailprotected. And this is the part most people miss. Do you think Elliott's strategic decisions were the right calls, or could different choices have led to a victory? Share your thoughts in the comments.